You think Havoc will start shaping into an actual squad soon?
I'll recruit more soldiers as soon as I find some Havoc-worthy candidates.
Makes sense. Once this unit starts growing, people's expectations of us, of you, are only gonna get bigger. That CO post could get real heavy, real quick.
I was born to lead.
Enjoy it while you can. Commanding a squad is no cakewalk. Nothing worse than having to choose between the success of the mission and the lives of your men. A leader's gotta be ready to make those kinds of life or death decisions. There's no room for doubt.
Jorgen, I got it.
Okay. I'll shut up. I'm sure you'll do fine. You've gotten us this far.
Come in, Lieutenant. This is General Garza. Do you copy?
I read you loud and clear, General.
I understand you've just landed on Taris. I've already contacted our local regimental commander, Colonel Gaff, to secure his support. Colonel Gaff doesn't know the specifics of your mission, only that he should assist you in every way possible. I'd like to keep it that way.
I'll keep quiet on the details, General.
That's for the best, Lieutenant. Taris is a dangerous and untamed wasteland. A Sith attack several centuries ago leveled every standing structure and virtually eradicated the local population. Where cities once rivaled Coruscant, only swamps and ruins remain. Reclaiming and rebuilding the planet has become an important symbolic goal for the Senate.
Can you give me any more intel on this area?
I see vague mention of infectious parasites. Apparently, Colonel Gaff works hard to withhold negative information about the reconstruction. That's all I have for you, Lieutenant. Report in when your operation is complete.
I'm ready to see this dangerous, untamed wasteland for myself.
Hold a moment, please. Strom.
Scanning. ID confirmed. This is the guy.
Good to meet you, Lieutenant. We've got some security concerns with the reconstruction project, and Governor Suresh hopes you and your team can help.
Is Governor Suresh the official in charge here?
Yep. Duly appointed senatorial supervisory governor for planetary affairs. If you're feeling long-winded.
Taris is substantially more hazardous than initial reports had suggested. The specifics aren't common knowledge off-world, but
We're trying to rebuild a planet covered with toxic junk and diseased carnivorous monsters. And it ain't working.
Governor Suresh has plans to alleviate some of these issues, but they require highly skilled individuals to carry out. Individuals like you.
How does the governor plan on dealing with this exactly?
She'll be happy to discuss the details with you in person. I'll let her know you'll be stopping by.
Just hear her out. You can make a huge difference here.
Thank you for your time.
I'm sure it would work if we had the manpower, but we don't. The numbers just aren't on our side.
Success isn't in the numbers, Chief. We don't need more people. We need the right people.
Havoc Squad is ready for assignment, Governor.
No need for such formality, soldier. Thank you for coming. I'm Governor Suresh. Our goal on Taris is straightforward. Rebuild everything the Sith destroyed, and remind the galaxy that the Republic never gives up. But resources are tight, and we have some serious challenges. Toxic chemical spills, scavenging pirates, and the wildlife.
Rat ghouls. One bad bite can turn you into a vicious monster just like them. There's thousands out there, maybe even millions.
Just tell me how to take these things down and I'll get started.
Killing them isn't the issue. Not exactly. The rat ghouls use tunnels buried in the ruins to attack by surprise and overwhelm our soldiers. Every work crew we send out is decimated. We came here to achieve the greatest reconstruction project in Republic history. Instead, the workers hide in this outpost like frightened children. No more.
I can definitely see how you got to be in charge, Governor.
I just tried to do my part. We need to level the field so our security forces can do their job. Chief Trigg has put together a plan.
A suicidal plan.
A bold plan to collapse the tunnels the rat ghouls are using to ambush our people. I know you're up for the task.
Old ventilation shafts don't connect a few hubs in the tunnel network to the surface. You drop explosives in enough of them, and the whole thing collapses.
Don't you have soldiers here who can handle the job?
Large groups of soldiers attract too many rat ghouls, just like the work crews. We need to keep this small. You have a reputation for overcoming impossible odds. Live up to that reputation. Help us transform Taris into the future of the Republic.
I don't care what your plan is. We're not sticking around to get eaten alive. Me and my crew are leaving, period.
If you want to abandon the work you agreed to do for the Republic, I can't stop you. But you aren't leaving. A 6-month quarantine requirement has been put into effect. Anyone trying to leave without prior authorization is subject. You can sit in a medical bay and go broke, or you can help us accomplish something unprecedented. It's your choice.
Hold the line and work together. That's the Republic way.
This is insane! We're construction workers! We didn't sign up for this!
I know you're going to make the right decision here, Hull. Come back when you do. Unfortunately, not everyone flourishes in the face of adversity. Scouting parties are already reporting lower rat ghoul populations. Most of our work crews are gearing up. We're finally gonna get this project moving.
If things are back on track, does that mean you'll have time for dinner sometime?
Social engagements aren't in the cards for the time being, but it's kind of you to ask. My ancestors called Taris home once. Thanks to you, millions of people might call it home again someday. Stay safe. And stay in touch.
Hey, did the Republic send you? Can we get out of this stinking refugee camp and go home?
Is Taris at war?
Might as well be. The local troops dragged us out of our homes. They said we'd be safer here while they fight the scavengers and pirates. While one side's looting, the other's bombing. And we get to sit in a tent and hope.
It's better to move you here than leave you on a battlefield.
They didn't have to drag us out in the middle of the night like they did. They could have let us grab a few things. My mom's in shock, barely leaves our tent. The whole camp's just waiting to go back to the settlement, but the scavengers are still there, probably looting left and right.
I'd be happy to volunteer.
Seriously? Well, if you could get back there, we left a lot of things behind.
Hey, did you say you're going to her house?
Someone's going to the settlement? Get me my land speeder!
My farming droids are still out there. Oh, and my sonic washer. Hey, Bada, get out here. Someone's making a trip.
All of you, back off. We do this one at a time, or nobody gets anything. This could take a while. Are you still in?
A favor is one thing. If I'm ransacking a war zone, I'll need to be paid.
That's fair. But you get payment after, not before. Get to our houses and bring back... Well, Laisha, you start.
I want my digging tools. I don't know how long we'll be here, and if we're going to build or grow anything, we'll need them.
All I hear all day is dumb boys fighting because there's nothing to do. I've got a box with 10 custom Pazak decks. Bring those.
I got a micro generator in my toolbox. Bring the toolbox and we can plug in everything electric.
I've spent years working on a novel in my spare time. It's on data file. I'm sure it won't have been stolen.
And what I need is our Nadu seeds. Just a few packets would go a long way. It'd mean everything to my mother. Please, hurry. Laisha, Vetus, everybody, he's back.
Is everything okay? What did the scavengers take?
Okay, calm down, people. Let's deal with the possessions first, so those who want to can leave.
My life has value, and I risked it. What have you got in return?
Are you serious? You saw we were beaten down and came to take whatever we had left?
I'm out then. Someone stole my credit chip. I've got nothing.
I've got credits, but just enough for me.
Urana, it's all right. I've got some credits. I'll cover it. It's going to be okay. Here, just give us what you found and get out.
Well, well. General Garza graces us with her finest. At ease. I'm Colonel Gaff. These are my senior officers. Your CO sent orders to do whatever is necessary to support your mission. Of course, she didn't see fit to tell me what that mission is. You care to enlighten me? I can't discuss the details. Typical. Forget the reconstruction of Taris. I gotta shift everything around and help with some top-secret mission nonsense. Whatever Garza has you looking for, you won't find it on Taris. Nothing unusual has happened since I took command.
Patrol Teams 3, 5, and 8. All lost, or without explanation.
Sergeant Dorn, I don't recall giving you permission to speak.
I wasn't speaking to you. I was speaking to the Lieutenant, per General Garza's instructions. Are you ordering me to violate Code 73B and ignore the General's directive, Colonel?
Always got a regulation to quote, don't you, Sergeant Dorn?
If the Sergeant has information, I'll take it.
The matter was settled days ago. Taris is dangerous. Casualties are common on patrol teams. It's unfortunate, but not unusual, no matter what Sergeant Dorn says. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got a planet to run. Carry on with your secret mission. Just don't muck up anything important.
Apologies for the Colonel, Lieutenant. Not all men are meant to lead.
Colonel Gaff is disobeying a direct order.
I can assure you it's not the first time he's done so. I'm Ilara Dawn, sir. Sergeant, First Class, Commander of Search and Rescue Squad 204. We have 3 full squads, all MIA on patrols. The situation is critical.
You have any idea what happened to these men?
I'm afraid not, Lieutenant. Casualties are common on swamp patrols. Rakghoul attacks account for the majority, approximately 87%. However, SAR sweeps discovered no evidence of Rakghoul activity in these instances. Someone else attacked those teams. If you're looking for unusual activity, then this is it, sir.
What exactly is a Rakghoul anyway?
Rakghouls are disease-carrying mutants. Rakghoul bites and scratches are infectious. Those infected become Rakghouls themselves in 6 to 48 hours. I included the last known coordinates for the MIA patrols in my official incident report, Lieutenant. I'll load it into your datapad for your review. Taris falls under Unexplored, Unsecured Territory Protocols. All armor cams transmit to SAR Command. I'll contact you with developments.
Sounds like a plan, Sergeant.
Good luck, Lieutenant.
That was interesting. I've had drill instructors more relaxed than that woman. Not to mention that accent.
Who cares if the woman is uptight? She's gorgeous.
You want to take a shot at her? Go right ahead. I'm sure it'll work out really well. Guess it's off to work then. I'll watch our backs.
Those are power converters, Lieutenant. Old ones. Any theories on how they got to that location?
The people who attacked our patrols may have dropped them.
Possible. None of the other patrols logged similar discoveries. Power converters come from ignition systems, engine parts. It takes work to remove them. Someone dropped these converters. Either the patrol or their attackers. We need more information to determine which.
I'll search the next coordinates immediately.
I'll remain in contact, Lieutenant. Dawn out. More power converters. According to the logs, this patrol followed an entirely different route. Either both patrols recovered the same engine parts from separate locations, or the converters were dropped in both areas by one group, the attackers.
I think we're on the right track, Sergeant.
A specialist MO7 science officer could examine the converters to determine their source. We have such an officer on staff. I will notify him while you search the last coordinates.
Sounds like a plan, Sergeant.
Very well, Lieutenant. I'll proceed to Science Division at once. Good luck, Lieutenant. Lieutenant, status report. Are you injured?
I might be hurt, Sergeant. You'd better come rescue and search me.
Flirtation and other non-mission critical communications over priority holochannels are strictly forbidden by procedural guidelines, sir.
I'm pretty sure that was a no, Lieutenant.
Your attackers were scavengers. Threat assessment reports classify them as a non-combatant group. That classification is clearly inaccurate. I'll notify Command.
I need to know where these scavengers come from, their numbers and armaments.
Unknown, sir. Local intelligence felt they weren't worthy of investigation. Armed hostility against Republic personnel clearly justifies an immediate armed response, Lieutenant. It's your call.
We need to move against these scavengers immediately.
Orbital scan has just managed to pinpoint the location of the scavengers' compound. I'll scramble up my team and prep them immediately. We'll effect entry to the compound once you've created an opening.
For the Republic!
Good luck, Lieutenant. Sergeant Dawn out.
You're from the Republic! Watch out! There's a huge alien guarding us, and... Ah! There it is! Run for it! are you? You took that thing down easy.
Commanding Officer, Havoc Squad.
You're kidding. They actually sent Havoc Squad after us? I'm Ensign Tane, sir. I think it's a good thing you found us. The scavengers were gonna ship us off to some guy named Needles as soon as we healed up.
Needles? As in Ryler Dorn, the Havoc Squad medic?
I really don't know. Needles is all they ever called the guy. Figured it must be a code name, right?
Needles is a code name.
Well, guess you've heard of him then. Well, the scavengers also said...
Here they are. Cav, Goran, cover the exit. Vice, Marco, Tabba, see to these men's wounds.
Oh, great. Sergeant Dorn's here to make sure we get stomped according to regulation.
Report, Ensign. Did you learn anything about the enemy?
Yes, sir. Sergeant, sir. As I was just telling the lieutenant here, we were captured for some guy named Needles. And get this, there are Imperials here, on Terrace. They're working with this Needles guy in a hidden base out in the swamps.
Sounds like you overheard quite a bit.
Yes, sir, Lieutenant. The scavengers were pretty sloppy about talking in front of us. So, are you excited, Dorn? You finally have the chance to correct your old buddy's paperwork again.
That attitude's getting you nowhere fast.
Yes, sir, Lieutenant. Sorry, sir.
Many of the local troops feel that my adherence to regulations is a result of my upbringing, Lieutenant. I was born Imperial. However, after 2 years' service in the Imperial military, I defected. Given my extensive knowledge and training, I was awarded this position under Service Code 37R.
I'm not happy that you hid this from me, Sergeant.
The personal details I am required to disclose are clearly designated in Service Code 5, Subsection 3, Lieutenant. We can discuss non-mission critical issues later. My team and I will get these men back to base, Lieutenant. You proceed with your mission against Needles and his Imperial installation.
Is there anything you want me to pass on to your old friends, Dorn?
We have our separate duties, Lieutenant. I'll leave you to yours.
Looking for Needles, are you? I'm afraid he's long gone, my friend.
I'm afraid those were your last words, friend.
Wait. I could be a great help to you. I'll tell you everything you need to know about Needles. But in exchange, you have to let me go.
You're in no position to bargain.
No, I'm in no position to fight. I'm in an excellent position to bargain. I have information you need. It's as straightforward as that. It's simple. Let me live, and I will tell you everything. Kill me, and you'll learn nothing.
Come in, Lieutenant. This is Sergeant Dorn. Do not trust this man. I served with him in the Empire. His name is Thoris.
Who are you talking to? Dawn, is that you?
Thoris is a mass murderer, Lieutenant, a war criminal.
I'm listening, Sergeant. Go on.
During my time in Imperial service, Thoris ordered the executions of hundreds of civilian non-combatants and full-scale bombings of unarmed populations. Furthermore, these actions were committed in circumvention of direct orders from Imperial command.
I am a soldier. I do what I must to achieve my objectives, just like you, Lieutenant.
I don't kill civilians, you imp scum.
Please, listen. I'll tell you everything. Everything I know. Needles is doing experiments on the Rakghouls. He wants to understand the disease, to turn it into a weapon. He left here a few hours ago. He said he was visiting some friends in the ruptured sewer system to get more samples.
I was expecting a lot more.
That's everything. That's all I know. I've given you what you wanted. Now what about me?
Welcome to your execution, pal.
No! This isn't fair.
The discussion ends now.
I'll meet you back in the SAR office, Lieutenant. Dawn out.
No!
Good work with Thoris, Lieutenant. War criminals do not deserve the opportunity to strike deals. Lab results confirmed Thoris's account. Needles has almost completed a weaponized strain of Rakghoul disease. However, the data makes no mention of Needles' friends in the ruins of the transport system.
Needles probably has another whole outpost loaded with imps out there.
Unlikely. Thoris would have been aware of another Imperial team operating so close by. Available intelligence doesn't show any populations in the ruins of the transport system, but scans of the area have been cursory at best. Rakghouls infest the area, making scouting by foot inordinately difficult. However, one traversable route has been located.
Great. I get to wander aimlessly through Rakghoul-infested sewage.
I apologize for the lack of intelligence, Lieutenant. This ruined transport station is our only lead to Needle's location. I would encourage you to stock up on supplies and munitions before entering the area. Good luck.
So congratulations to you, Ensign Sarvin, on your noble sacrifice.
It's all right. No, wait, sir, no!
Exquisite. I'll be requiring more rat ghouls for my work, Borzoth.
We already gave you the rat ghouls you asked for. When will you do as we asked?
As soon as the weapon is completed. With it, we will decimate the Republic outpost.
I smell an intruder.
So you do. Sergeant, is that really you?
It's time to pay for what you've done, traitor.
I see you aren't alone. You brought that pathetic worm all the way from Ord Mantell, just to die along with you.
Talk all you want, Doran. You're not getting out of here alive.
Your timing is impeccable. Just as I find myself with plenty of pathogen but no more test subjects, you arrive. The transformation will hurt at first, but that's merely your organs rupturing and realigning. It's all over quickly, I assure you.
The only thing ending quickly here is your life.
Struggle if you must, then, but you'll wish you hadn't made it so hard on yourself. Vorzoth, please assist me in subduing our newest volunteer.
With pleasure.
I'm gonna enjoy taking you down.
Take them.
Looks like more samples of Needle's weaponized rat ghoul disease. What should we do with them?
The General will want these samples.
Just be careful with those things. I'd say it's about time we got out of here, Lieutenant. We'll follow your lead.
Welcome back, Lieutenant. Congratulations on the success of your mission.
Tough missions are what I do best.
Your success is consistent with your unit's reputation and operational history, all highly impressive. General Garza attempted to contact you a few moments ago. I took the liberty of briefing her on your mission status.
Thank you very much.
The General requested that you contact her before departing Taris. The holocom in the next room has been prepared for your use.
Did she tell you why she wanted to talk to me?
The General did not inform me of her intentions. Congratulations once again, Lieutenant.
Greetings, Lieutenant. I understand congratulations are in order.
Needles is neutralized, General.
You've done very well. Needles was a brilliant man. Taking him down was no small feat. I haven't informed Cardin yet, but I doubt he'll be upset. He and Needles never did see eye to eye.
Needles was insane. I doubt anyone saw eye to eye with him.
And yet, Tavis never had any problems with Needles. Perhaps that should have been my first warning. And there's something else, Lieutenant. Tell me, what do you think of Sergeant Dorn?
Sergeant Dorn helped me when no one else would, General.
Yes, your reception on Taris wasn't ideal. I'm glad you managed to find the one useful officer in the entire outpost. I looked over her service record. Impressive stuff, I must say. Were you aware that Dorn served with the Imperial military for almost 2 years, Lieutenant?
A personality like hers is a pretty strong clue to her background.
Yes, I suspect her life in the Empire involved no small amount of discipline. Sergeant Dorn earned more commendations in her 2 years of Imperial service than most soldiers earn in 10. Since joining the Republic, she's earned 2 Medals of Valor, both for rescuing wounded soldiers under fire in enemy territory. This woman has led an exceptional career.
Someone with Sergeant Dorn's skills would make a great addition to my squad.
I agree. Sergeant Dorn is Havoc squad material without question. It's settled then. Congratulations, Lieutenant. You're halfway to a full squad. I'll contact Colonel Gaff to notify him about the transfer. You should go and inform Sergeant Dorn yourself, Lieutenant. Contact me from your ship when you've finished. Garza out.
Lieutenant, sir? Is there something else I can do for you?
Consider this your official invitation to Havoc Squad, Sergeant Dorn.
Lieutenant, this is the greatest honor of my career. I'm speechless.
Don't get too excited, Sergeant. It's not as impressive as it's made out to be.
Sergeant Dawn, reporting for duty, Lieutenant. I'll prepare my Regulation 6 personnel transfer documents at once.
Assemble your kit and embark on my ship, double time.
I'll gather my personal effects and meet you on board your ship, Lieutenant. Thank you.
Lieutenant, I assume Sergeant Dorn took the news well?
Sergeant Dorn is honored to be in Havoc Squad.
Excellent. We'll have the squad fully restaffed in no time. One other detail. Were you able to retrieve a sample of the weaponized Rakghoul disease that Needles was developing?
Got it right here.
Excellent. Just leave it in the secured case beneath the holocommunicator. I'll see that it reaches Research Division. That's all for now, Lieutenant. Congratulations once again. Garza out.
Sir, my equipment and personal effects have been stowed in full accordance with Transport Code Section 2. If I may say so again, sir, it is truly an honor to be selected for Havoc Squad.
Clearly our first assignment should be a welcome party.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I have a great deal of intelligence to catch up on. I intend to begin reviewing and memorizing all relevant dossiers and intelligence reports on our assignment immediately. If I discover any points of confusion or areas where I believe I can contribute, I'll submit a full 587B report.
Carry on, Dorn.
Yes, sir.
Inventory report, sir. Food and medical supplies all look good, but our munitions are getting low. Thought we'd have enough to last us a year. Already requisitioned command for more. Guess I shouldn't be too surprised. See more action in one day with Havoc than you see in a month with the Deadeyes.
There's a lot of demand for a unit of our caliber.
We mainly ran decapitation strikes. Neutralized enemy commanders before a Republic offensive. Left the opposition leaderless, disorganized. Sometimes, we'd camp outside the enemy's base for weeks, waiting for a clear shot. Eventually, we'd hit our target, pull out, let the ground pounders mop up.
You must have chalked up quite a kill count.
Over 24 confirmed. Eventually, I was offered a promotion and a post on Ord Mantell. I took it. Smart move career-wise. More men, more responsibility. But I wasn't interested in fighting separatists.
You'll complain about anything.
I enlisted for a lot of reasons. Killing Seps wasn't one of them. After my transfer, command of the Deadeyes fell to my XO, Torv. Smart kid. A little green, but the potential was there.
You weren't sure I was fit to lead, and look how I turned out.
Point taken, sir. Come to think of it, I haven't been in contact with the Deadeyes for a while. I should find out where they're stationed. Catch up.
Excuse me, sir. May I have a moment of your time?
I've always got time for you, Alara.
Thank you, sir. As a condition of my service in the Republic military, Personnel Division requires that I report regularly on my activities. However, my Havoc Squad missions are classified and cannot be shared with Personnel Division. I'd like to ask if you would vouch for me when I report in.
I'll be happy to help.
Thank you very much, sir. We should use the ship's secure line. Captain Kaylor, this is Alara Dawn, personnel number 22795, reporting in per Regulation 449.
Please, Alara, you don't have to give me the full rundown every time. I know who you are. How are things?
Well enough, sir. Allow me to introduce you to the commander of Havoc Squad, my new CO. Sir, this is Captain Kaylor, Army Personnel Division.
Good to meet you, Captain.
The pleasure's mine. Meeting you is a real honor. Tell me about being in the top squad in the Republic, Alara. You must be keeping very busy.
I'm sorry, Captain, but you aren't authorized to know about Havoc Squad's activities. My CO will have to vouch for me from now on.
What? Alara, I don't want to be a hard case, but rules are rules. This top-secret junk won't fly.
All Havoc Squad activities are highly classified, Captain. I'm sorry for any inconvenience.
Inconvenience. Just carry on, Alara. We'll talk about this after I've had a word with my superiors. Kaylor out.
I wasn't expecting him to react so strongly. Surely he didn't expect me to report on classified information.
Protecting classified information is a top priority.
Yes, sir. I'm surprised the captain didn't agree. If you'll excuse me, sir, I have several matters to attend to. Thank you for your time.